In this video lesson, I would like to show you what means trading on a Monday and a Friday, why traders say that usually a Monday should be closed and after that the traders usually forms the trend for the rest of the week, and why the Friday as a day, as the end of the week, trading week, is a day when usually it is the best to wait outside of the market, and why the market changes on the Friday end. In this video I will try to explain to you why it is very important and what happens during those 2 days. And let's start with a Monday. Here on the chart I have used gold against US dollar on the 4-hour time frame. You can see that here. And I have put here a vertical line where the Monday starts. You can see that it is in the 1 o'clock in the morning at the 17th of June, and the Monday as the end of the day when it's end, and here it is the Friday when it starts and the Friday when it's end. First, let's take a look on the Monday. What happens? We can see that the Friday of the previous week the price has formed this bullish breakout, and we can see that the bullish candle has started to rise in value, where the price has stopped just in between this support level here and the resistance level here. Usually when happens when the price forms a bullish breakout, and it is validated right here with this bullish candle, usually and most of the time the price continues to the next resistance level, and this level was here around 2340.54. The price could also reach the start of this resistance level, which is the start of this supply zone, which is around 2338.72. But what has happened on the Monday? The price has formed this bullish candle, but on the Friday we can see the price has started to move down, where the price did not continue as the price has moved on the Friday, where the price has moved and formed this bullish breakout on the 4-hour time frame, but the price reverses it back down. Even though this was a confirmation that the bulls have enough strength to push the price even higher, the price returned all the way back down. We can see that the price has formed this bearish candle. I will move just slightly a little bit left so we can see the whole candle with the wicks. We can see that the price has formed this bearish candle where the price has closed below this support level and below the lower side of this demand zone. So the price has formed this bearish breakout where the price continued to fall down, and we can see that the price has formed 2 bearish candles, and after several candles the price has reached the first support level. We can see that the price has bounced back down, bounced back up, and then continued to move down, where the price has reached the support level for the second time. Now, what is the conclusion here? Even though the price has formed this bullish breakout on a Friday, we can see that the price on a Monday could not continue in that direction, but the price has reversed back down, reaching the first support level below this very important one, where the price has formed this bearish breakout. After that, after the Monday has closed, when the price has touched, the price has formed what is the first support, strong support level for the price, and we can see after that the price has touched again the price level, but did not go below this support level, but it has continued to move even further on the upper side. Now, what is the conclusion here? We can see that on the Friday the price formed breakout, but on the Monday did not continue in that direction, which means the traders who have entered in the trade on the Friday did not move in the same direction on the Monday. But first, the price has moved down, so the traders have entered into their trades, pushed the price down, reached the first support level, and then after that continue in that direction. So that is usually why it is important, and also why the traders would like to wait until the Monday close, and then after that see how the price behaves. In this way we can see what has happened. The price has returned all the way back down to the first support level, and this is on the 4-hour time frame. And then when the price did not make a bearish breakout below this one, the price continued to rise in value. We can see in this case the price has returned back down on the support level, but it has returned all the way back up. So after that, during the week, the price continued to rise in value as it was on the Friday. Right here we can see that. Now, why it is important to see what is happening here. After I finish the Friday, you will see what is happening and also why it is important. Now we come here to the Friday. So the prices continue to rise in value. We can see that during the whole day, during the whole week. And then, just a minute, let's see this resistance level. On a Friday, we can see that the price has formed this bullish breakout. We can see that here. So it was expected that the price continues to rise in value and reach this start of this supply zone, which is the next resistance. It is the same scenario right here on the last Friday, where the price formed this bullish breakout, and it was expected that the price reached the first resistance level. But in this case, it has happened the same scenario. We see that Friday has started, the price tried to move up, formed this bullish candle, and it has reached almost the supply zone. But on a Friday, in the second part of the day, the price formed a strong bearish candle where the price has gone all the way back down. Now, why is this happening? What has happened? Usually on a Friday, as the traders have entered into trades on a Monday or on a Tuesday after the price has formed this daily candle, when we move to the daily time frame, we will see a candle here. Then the price starts to move to the upwards. So the price has formed this bullish trend for the rest of the week. So the traders have entered into trades. When they will exit, it depends on the market conditions. They can exit on the first resistance level, which in this case has happened. Why? Because we can see after the price has reached this resistance level, it was the target, the price has reached it, and some of the traders have exited trades. So this has triggered a small sell-off, where we can see this 4-hour bearish engulfing candle. So the price has gone down all the way very close to the start of this demand zone, to this support level. After that, this area, which was on the 4-hour time frame, a resistance level, was not strong selling pressure, was not strong supply zone where the sellers were waiting. This was not enough strong to push the price even more higher, even more down. So the price has continued to rise in value. So the traders who have exit their trades from here, some of the traders have waited for the price to reverse back down, so they have entered into trade again. So they have opened a buy trade, which has pushed the price even higher and higher after the price has reached this resistance level. We can see that here. Here we can see there was no selling pressure, there was no supply zone, the sellers were not waiting. So some of the traders have exited their trades here, but some of them have pushed the price even higher on a Thursday. So when Friday has come, we can see the price has tried to reach the start of this supply zone here, where the resistance is. But strong selling pressure on the second part of the day has pushed the price higher, down and down. Why? Because some of the trades that we can see price formed indecision candle here, and they have decided at, we can see the second part of the day, which was at 13 o'clock. Usually when before the news starts on the US market, they have exited their trades here before the price reached the resistance level. Why? Because they wanted to exit their trades before the week ends. So they would like to lock their profits they have took from here. They have opened a buy trade, so they have exited their trades from the market. So this has triggered a sell-off. After that, the price has moved even more down. Many of the traders when have seen the prices moving down, they have exited their trades, and this was triggered again a great sell-off where the price took all the way back down below this support level at 2329.13. So at the end of the day, we can see where the price has stopped. The price stopped right in between the support and the resistance levels. Now this is something that usually happens on the markets. If you have a movement in one of the direction during the week on a Friday, there are many traders who exit their trades just to lock their profits before the week closes. If they leave their trades open, it can happen that the price forms a gap on a Monday, so so instead of being profit right here, continue to rise in value, they exit from their trades right here or below that because of this gap that has happened over the weekend, over Saturday and Sunday. So they lose their profits on that case. So in order to prevent that from losing their trades over the weekend, they exit from their trades, which triggers a sell-off in the opposite direction, opposite compared to the movement of the most of the week. Now, when this happens on a Friday, we can see usually Monday starts to return in the opposite direction. If there is a normal conditions, there are no strong selling pressure or buying pressure. So we can see the price starts to and tends to return all the way back to the first, in this case, it is our resistance level. In this case, when the Monday has started, the price tried to return to the first support level. Now we can see if we take a look here on the Friday, the price has formed this bearish movement. We can see that, but on the Friday, the price reversed all the way back down. The traders who have exited trades after the price was moving down, after they have opened their sell orders, on the Friday they have exited trades. They have closed their sell orders, which has triggered a move in the opposite direction. This is on a Friday. But on a Monday, the price reverses back in the opposite direction. Now, in this case, when the Friday has triggered this strong sell-off, now usually we wait until the Monday closes because we would like to see, will the price manage to move above this great resistance level, or the price will continue in the same direction as on the Friday, which will be information that there is a strong selling pressure right here, which has triggered the sell-off, waiting here, and that it will push the price even more and more down. If the price returns back up, this will mean that this strong selling pressure on the Friday is a false one, and the price will tend to continue to rise in value as in the previous week. That's why it is very important to see how the Monday closes and also exit on your trades on a Friday. Usually on a Friday there are lots of news that can trigger this kind of sell-off. So what is inside these two candles? It could be some kind of news that has been triggered this strong sell-off, but there can also be without news. This can happen on the markets. That is why the Friday and the Monday are closely connected to each other, so you can see what happens on these 2 days on the market, and why it is also good to wait until the Monday closes so you can see how the market has behaved and what the traders has decided on the Monday where the market could move in the rest of the week. The Friday is usually the best to exit their trades because of the news, because of these strong movements on the Friday when the trader gets outside of the market, closing their profits, locking their profits instead of waiting over the weekend with open trades. So I hope this has helped to understand why it is important to wait until the Monday closes to see how the traders are reacting for the rest of the week, and also why it is also good to exit the trades before the Friday closes, and also in the morning it is the best, the first part of the Friday, to exit your trades, because usually the Friday do not act according to the technical analysis. Like in this example, the price did not reach the first resistance level and the first take profit, this first supply zone, but the price has reversed in the middle of this movement in the opposite direction. So it is not behaving according to technical analysis, which we can see in these two examples. If we return back in the past, we would see lots of these examples and the patterns that are forming on the chart on the Monday and on the Friday. If you have any questions regarding this explanation, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try to explain as soon as possible in much more detail. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And if you like this video, click the like button and subscribe. See you next time and happy trading.